sports. We begin here first at 6 with Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools calling an emergency meeting amid a wave of resignations. District data showing nearly 900 CMS teachers have resigned this school year. And at this hour, an emergency meeting gets underway. And this is an effort to stop this number from climbing even higher. District leaders considering offering bonuses here. WCNC Charlotte's Shamaria Morrison joins us live outside CMS district offices. So, Shay, have you gotten any insight on why these teachers are resigning in such great numbers?
Yeah, well, I actually spoke with one teacher who resigned from Olympic High School, and she said some of the reasons include resources, money, and the safety of her and her students. And this isn't just a CMS issue. We're seeing teacher shortages all over North Carolina. The Department of Education actually tracks teacher shortages, and it says North Carolina has a teacher shortage this school year. They've had it last school year, and it includes for all subjects, including math and especially special education.
18% of the 871 staff resignations in Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools this year are at just 10 schools. 3 of those schools include Olympic, Garinger, and Harding University High Schools. April Yakuba, a former Chinese language and history teacher, left her job at Olympic High School in Charlotte. She had a few reasons.
Lack of accountability for security and for the way that teachers are being treated professionally. And teachers are not being given the resources that they need to actually teach, and students are not held accountable for their actions.
According to state data, Olympic, Garinger, and Harding have some things in common. The class sizes for these schools are above state and district average classroom sizes. The state average for an English 2 class is 19 students per class. Olympic High School has an average of 26, Garinger 25, and Harding 21. These schools are also losing experienced teachers like Yakuba. The district's average of experienced teachers is 83%, while Olympic's average is much lower, 74%. The district has proposed incentive programs to retain and attract teachers. And as school leaders discuss bonuses tonight, Yakuba says they also need to listen.
Start with the teachers first, ask the questions, and actually implement the teachers' strategies.
Resources and culture was the #1 reason why Yakuba left, but she said safety was actually her second reason.
So speaking of safety, so it's hard to ignore this fact, Shay. We know that CMS schools have been experiencing a lot of instances of violence or weapons discovered. Do we know if any of these schools seeing these cases have high resignation rates for teachers as well?
Yeah, actually, we do know. We have looked at the data, and it shows that compared to some violent acts that are in other CMS schools or violence in those schools, the schools who are seeing those high resignation rates, well, they also have a disproportionate amount of those violence acts in those schools. Take a look at the data for yourself. It gets more specific. We'll put it up on the screen now. And so it says the rates of criminal acts, to be specific. Olympic compared to CMS has about twice as many. Garinger compared to CMS about 3.5 times as many, and Harding compared to CMS about 5 times as many. And it's just important to know that correlation doesn't necessarily mean causation, but you know, those things are connected there, and we see that the data supports what we were saying with those violence and resignations. They all seem to be high in all of those schools that are experiencing this.